What do you get when you sit your ex-husband, his new girlfriend, and your shattered pride all in the same row at the BET Awards? No, this isn't the setup to a joke. It's a real-life soap opera with 4K cameras rolling and the internet watching every blink, every twitch, every forced half smile. And at the center of it all, Remy Ma front and center, stone-faced, unbothered. Or so she wanted us to believe. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BET Awards 2025, a night where the gowns sparkled, the performances were decent, and the real entertainment happened in Row 4, Section B. This wasn't just an awards show, it was emotional demolition, silently broadcast one camera pan at a time. The people didn't come for trophies this year, they came for the tea. And BT served it with lemon and a dash of petty. Let's rewind and properly introduce our cast. Remy Ma, the Bronx rap queen, turned cultural symbol of resilience. Her now ex-husband, Papoose, a man once celebrated for staying loyal while she served time. The ride-or-die poet with the unwavering beard. And last, but certainly not least, Claressa Shields, Olympic gold medalist, boxing champion, and now apparently the woman on Papoose's arm. That's not just a triangle, y'all. That's geometry with tension. And there they were, seated strategically, suspiciously even. Papoose and Claressa sitting like prom dates, glowing, laughing, leaning in like lovebirds. And right behind them, Remy Ma dressed like a vision, sitting like a statue, giving absolutely nothing, and yet giving everything. The cameras zoomed in and the internet collectively gasped. If looks could kill, the BET Awards would have ended early with a crime scene. The footage spread faster than any performance clip that night. TikTok exploded. Twitter turned into CSI Beat. Hashtags like Remy Ma is right there, BT is messy, and she ain't clapping for nobody were born within minutes. Frame-by-frame breakdowns of her eye twitches and micro-facial expressions flooded timelines. One TikTok user even uploaded a slow-motion analysis with captions like, "Watch her blink when Claressa laughs. That's a heartbreak blink." And then came the memes. Lord, the memes. One showed Remy's face overlaid with, "You ever love someone so much you start doubting your own IQ?" Another had her sitting in front of a green screen background, with people placing her in scenes like The Last Supper, Jury Duty, and Game of Thrones. It wasn't just viral, it was historic. To understand the impact of that moment, Remy frozen behind her ex and his new flame, you have to know what came before. Remy Ma and Papoose weren't just a couple, they were a symbol. They represented loyalty, resilience, and black love that could survive anything. When Remy went to prison in 2008, Papoose didn't leave. He held her down for 6 years, visiting, waiting, raising their family, and publicly advocating for her return. Their love story became legend. They got married over the phone while she was incarcerated. When she was released in 2014, he met her at the gates. It was emotional, powerful, viral even before viral was a thing. For years, they were relationship goals. They did interviews together, starred in reality shows, dropped music together. Remy often credited Papoose with being her emotional rock. But then, the whispers started. In late 2023, rumors swirled that Remy might have had an affair with a rising battle rapper known as Easy the Block Captain. Photos started circulating. Alleged DMs leaked. Clips of them looking a little too friendly at public events got uploaded and dissected. Some fans were quick to dismiss it. There's no way, not Remy. But others raised eyebrows. Papoose, once publicly vocal about his queen, went silent. And then, almost suddenly, they stopped appearing in public together. No posts, no couple content. And when Remy was asked about the rumors in an interview, her response was vague. "If something happened between us," she said, "that's between us." Translation: something happened. While the internet debated whether Remy was unfaithful or unfairly judged, Claressa Shields entered the picture like a shadow slowly stepping into the spotlight. At first, it was subtle. A few photos, an event or two. But then she and Papoose started showing up side by side at industry functions. She tweeted about supporting his projects. He commented on her championship wins. The public read between the lines, and the lines weren't that subtle anymore. Claressa wasn't the villain. She didn't throw shade. She didn't gloat. She just showed up. Graceful, quiet, consistent. And maybe that's what stung the most. She was the anti-drama version of a rebound. And by the time the BET Awards rolled around, she and Papoose were clearly a thing. Coordinated outfits, matching energy, cameras flashing, and BET made sure Remy Ma got a front row seat to every moment. The moment itself, what the cameras showed, what social media didn't miss, and what it revealed about heartbreak in public view. And then it happened. The camera cut to the audience during a standing ovation. Claressa Shields is clapping politely. Papoose leans in and whispers something in her ear. She throws her head back and laughs, flipping her sleek ponytail. The two of them look like they're on a date night in heaven. Then the lens widens. And right behind them, Remy Ma, arms crossed, lips pressed together, expression unreadable. Except somehow the entire world knew exactly what she was feeling. She looked like someone trying to hold in an emotional earthquake. And the camera didn't look away. It lingered. BET didn't just catch a reaction. They chose that shot. They held it. The internet collapsed. Twitter exploded with screen grabs, slow motion edits, and captions like, "She's running algebra in her head, trying to solve where it all went wrong." TikTokers added soundtracks of heartbreak. One viral clip used the Titanic theme. Another used the Law and Order sound effect. A seat filler, who later went viral herself on TikTok, claimed, "She didn't smile once. Not for the opening monologue, not for the tribute, not even when Kendrick Lamar did that insane live remix." According to her, Remy blinked slow, like her brain was buffering sadness. Someone else posted, "When Claressa leaned back and her ponytail barely brushed Remy's shoulder, that wasn't a ponytail, that was a weapon." People weren't just watching, they were invested. Remy became the silent protagonist of a reality TV subplot B didn't advertise but absolutely delivered. Almost instantly, viewers started piecing things together. Was this seating choice really accidental? Was it production sabotage? Could it have been personal? A leaked version of the seating chart, which suspiciously surfaced online hours before the event, showed that Remy Ma was originally supposed to be seated 2 rows back. So what changed? Enter a Reddit user who claimed to be a BET intern, nicknamed Lighting Board Larry. According to him, someone from production specifically moved her up for visibility. His quote, "That wasn't a random seat. That was a plot point." Now, could it be fake? Absolutely. But in the court of public opinion, the verdict was unanimous. BET knew what they were doing, and people didn't know whether to be horrified or impressed. What happened next was nothing. Remy Ma didn't get up. She didn't storm out. She didn't even glance at Papoose or Claressa with side-eye. She sat there, silent, regal, stoic. The woman who once spit bars with fire and fought every obstacle in her path just breathed. And in doing so, she said more than 1,000 Twitter threads ever could. No subtweets, no interviews, no messy Instagram lives. Just one seat, one woman, and a world watching her hold it together while sitting inches away from her past unraveling in real time. It was a moment so painfully human. It crossed beyond entertainment and entered something deeper. She didn't react how the internet wanted her to. She didn't become a spectacle. She didn't give them the meltdown. She gave them grace. Gritted teeth, clamped jaw, blink slowly, so you don't cry, grace. Writers, therapists, and fans all chimed in. Some labeled it the emotional clapback of the year. Others called it an award show masterclass in poise. But most agreed. In that moment, Remy Ma embodied something many women, especially Black women, understand too well. The expectation to be strong, to be composed, to take betrayal on the chin and smile through it, to be judged not just by your mistakes, but by how quietly you carry the fallout. One tweet read, "Remy Ma didn't just sit behind her ex. She sat behind centuries of double standards, and she did it without flinching. And let's not ignore the layers here. This wasn't just an ex moving on, it wasn't just the public humiliation. It was the symbolism. Remy Ma, a woman who built a whole narrative around ride or die loyalty, now had to sit literally behind the person who replaced her. It's poetic. It's painful. It's BT's most viral moment in a decade. So now we wait. Does Remy Ma speak? Does she drop a freestyle addressing everything with subtle jabs and coded lines? Or does she keep doing what she's been doing, moving forward, quietly, while the internet debates her next move? As for Papoose and Claressa, they haven't commented either. No official statements? No, we're just friends? Excuses. Which, in today's attention economy, might be the smartest move. The less they say, the more the story writes itself. The BT Awards 2025 will be remembered not for the performances, not for the winners, not even for the fashion. It'll be remembered for a camera pan, for an unspoken heartbreak, for a woman who blinked slowly behind her ex, and the woman now holding the attention he used to give her. And Remy Ma didn't say a word. But somehow she said everything. If you made it this far, drop a comment with the emoji if you believe that seat was a setup.